All right, we have here Diamond Johnson, 21 points, 4 steals, 3 rebounds, and head coach Larry Vickers. We'll start with the opening statement from Coach.
How many points did I have, Alex?
No.
Okay. Well, excuse me. We kind of knew going into the game today how important it was. We didn't want to get in any funny, sticky situations on Thursday. Going into this year being sole champs was our goal. We had an opportunity to be co-champs 3 years ago, and it was amazing because that was our first regular season championship ever. But it's great back-to-back years to be sole champs. For us, we have a standard that we try and live by. And for 2 months, they've been pretty much unblemished and really good. And even though the game wasn't the style we wanted it to be today, we had 2 terrific defensive quarters and ended up with the W. Thank you,
Coach,
Alex.
on a game like tonight, obviously you guys come out on top, and again, that's your second straight outright regular season title. Is it almost a relief at this point that now you don't have to worry about that? You got one more game till the MEAC tournament.
Oh, for sure. As you every game means something different. So, we talk about playoff atmosphere. We knew coming into this game it was going to be a playoff atmosphere. They're coming off a loss. They're playing for seeding as well. So this game had a playoff atmosphere, and the refs let us play, which I didn't mind. So we just kind of got to adjust and know what that looks like. And, all right, if this is going to be a slugfest, we got to figure out a way to win the slugfest.
Coach, they were pretty chippy at some
Yes.
And I could see at other points where you're sitting on the bench, like this, right? Was this also just as much of a battle of mental will as it was, playing a team that came ready to play?
Yeah, for sure. And, I'm still, most of that locker room is new for me. Diamond, I didn't coach her last year in these type of games. I played 2 freshmen a lot. Ajane Richardson, Debria Clark, Sky's in a whole new role. So this is like a new basketball team, even though it's some familiar faces. So as we kind of go through this, I can say, all right, who's kind of making this moment, I don't want to say bigger than what it is, but playing with a chip on their shoulder. It might be a negative chip, might be a positive chip. You never know. So as we kind of go through these games like this today, now going into next week, I know how to, talk to people a little better.
Do you guys have a second straight title without this player next to you?
Oh, of course not. It would have looked a little different. We did start the year off 7-4. But when it comes to Diamond, you always be like a league of their own. You build it and they'll come. You know what I mean? So we built a tremendous program before this, and then we are fortunate enough to land number 8 recruit in the transfer portal, ESPN, and then we get an Ajane Richardson, the best Virginia recruit we've ever got out of high school. So, we just want to continue to build and grow, but no, it's definitely a little easier when you can go to 22-3 and, kind of clear out a side for them.
Diamond, going off of that, seeing the program that, he built before you got here, now really being a part of it, what does kind of this moment mean to you? I guess we could pass those mics.
Okay.
If that's all right.
We'll shift them.
Thanks, guys. Sorry.
It's okay.
It feels good. Like you said, I'm new to the program, but when I decided to come here, I trusted Coach Hovey, Coach Fox, and them to put me in a position to be better and to be better for the team. And then the girls, obviously getting to know them, they like family now, and I feel super comfortable playing with them. I think they feel comfortable playing with me. So I think we had a good group before me, and I think we got a great group, with me.
Mm-hmm. I saw you were spinning the net in your hand, and then one of your teammates had to wrap it around their finger, and you said, "Ooh, I like that."
Yeah.
When you were cutting down the nets and you were having that moment with your teammates, how was that feeling for you?
It felt good. This is one of our goals we've been talking about since the summertime, and to see that we accomplished it, it feels really good. We never got rattled. We knew our mission, and we just came out and played, and we're just happy. We're just really excited right now.
Diamond, when the team has kind of a shooting night like it did tonight, where it was kind of off and on in spurts, again, you led the team again in scoring. Do you feel almost like an extra responsibility to kind of go out there and get more points, or do you feel like you're just kind of naturally scoring, more in situations like that?
I feel like if I don't see my teammates really scoring, obviously I'm trying to encourage them like it's going to go in, but I know my job as a scorer is to score the ball, and if my team not doing good, then I'm willing to take on the road and doing extra and stuff like that. Like you said, we wasn't a great shooter night, but we all did different things in different areas. Like Mimi, she got 11 rebounds and stuff, even though she shot the ball. Didn't shoot the ball really well, but she still was a factor. Everybody was a factor. And I think when we can depend on our defense, even if our offense is bad, I think we're really good. But when both of them is clicking, it's kind of scary.
Coach, earlier in the season, you had mentioned that Howard had given you some fits. Obviously, the MEAC is sealed for the regular season, but what do you want to do in the Howard game? Obviously, you want to walk out with a win, but especially being so close to scope in the tournament, like what do you want against a team that has given you problems this year?
Well, you know, the Howard team, they play a completely different style defense. You know, you try to prepare your non-conference to prepare for conference, but defensively, they play a completely different matchup zone than really anybody in the country. So sometimes that defense, you got to see it first, and then, okay, this is what my reads are. So when you have a whole new team, you know, and your decision makers are all new for the most part, now they got art on film, okay, this is what they're doing when they do this, because it's tough to see in a game. It is tough to see in a game, and you can even show last year's clips, but it's different when you got to do it yourself. So we know it's a possibility that, you know, that Howard team they'll be on the other side of the bracket, but we know we can see them on Saturday, and we want to make sure that on Thursday we begin to understand our reads a little bit better going into one next week, as well as Friday as well.
You know, you talked about a couple of these players. You're coaching them for the first time, and with that, having the MEAC tournament here, obviously being able to sleep in your own bed, not knowing to come to you with this after, but I mean, how beneficial is that for the players that are coming into this for the first time?
Well, it was only 1 year that we let them sleep in their own beds. We lock them away in the hotel, put the tape on the doors, you know, make sure nobody leaves the premises. Because sometimes you get a better focus in a hotel, but I think you're speaking to just the chippiness. You talked to that earlier. Nobody likes to cheat. Who was rooting for San Francisco? You know, so now as we continue to kind of win a little bit of championships, the chippiness, people are going to want to take us down. That team played super hard today, and we just kind of got to counter that. So as far as the scope goes, though, we lock them away. We want to act like we're on the road. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.